Welcome to the 12th annual Joust the New Venture Challenge. I'm Cameron Ford. I'm the director of the UCF Center for Entrepreneurial Leadership. On behalf of Dr. Paul Jarley, Tiffany Hughes, Kelly Dowling, and Roy Reed, I'd like to welcome you to UCF. I'm going to spend just a few minutes going over some of the changes in the event this year and our judging criteria to help make your day more comfortable tomorrow. First off, I'd like to note that we have a new name for the event. We no longer are calling it a business plan competition. We're using the name New Venture Challenge. This is meant to allay some confusion we've had in the past where judges were not sure the relative weight they should place on written materials versus the presentations and so forth. And this is just meant to emphasize we're looking for you to provide a holistic judgment based on all of the information that you observe presented by the students. So there's no particular weighting or anything like that involved with any of the different formats of information you might get. You won't see this one tomorrow, but we are trying to get more students engaged in our startup culture here at UCF. So we're going to be spurring a lot of attendance at the finals. We actually hope to have several hundred students there learning more about the beliefs and values and methods related to startup and to communicate to them that starting a venture is a viable career opportunity they may want to consider. I've also had a couple of changes with the evaluation criteria. One is a subtraction and one's an addition. One is we've eliminated a criteria that evaluated the student's presentation quality. This confused judges in the past who often were torn between someone who's a very charismatic presenter and had very fancy PowerPoint slides versus people that might have had a more interesting kind of substantive presentation but weren't as polished as presenters, or perhaps their slides weren't quite as elegant. So we've eliminated that criteria so that you don't overweight the style of the presentations. Again, we're really focusing on the quality of the ventures as much as we can. The other one is that one of the new criteria we have is overall impact. So we're really trying to get students to present proposals that are going to be ones that have more financial impact and can also create impact in their local economies. I'll have more on that in a second. Some timeless things I want you to consider, though, is this is meant to be a developmental event. This is a great learning experience for our students, many of whom will be presenting these ideas in this kind of a format for the very first time. So you're a very, very important part of the event. We hope that you'll be able to stay for a little while after the students that advance are announced and can stay for our reception a little bit. If you can plan your day to do that, that would be wonderful, because our students really value the time that they get to spend getting feedback after the event. And I know it's been a very influential event for many of our students. So many of the students that don't do particularly well in this event have turned out to be amongst the most successful and ambitious of our student starters here over the past couple of years, and we'll actually have a few of them on hand tomorrow for you to meet and to see a little bit more about how our startup community here on campus is evolving and the kind of success that it's breeding with some of the initial investments we've made over the last few years. And finally, the criteria for the event are actually fairly simple, and I think will make this event a little easier for people to judge. We've taken these criteria from Blackstone. We went to a demo day there and performed extremely well. We had 2 teams make the finals, and one of them finished as the top performing student venture in the country. So 25% is your evaluation of their product and market opportunity. Another 25% is based on their financial model and projections. Obviously, we always sometimes bet on the horse or the jockey and not necessarily the horse. So we want to look at the team and your assessment of whether they can actually execute their proposal. And this last one here, impact, is the new criteria I mentioned previously, which relates to your assessment of whether you think the venture has the potential to make a large impact on society and whether it might be able to drive the creation of jobs and regional economic prosperity in the future. That's all I have. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow, and hope you enjoy your day at UCF.